Good morning, party people. So, if you watched my previous video, I got my SuperStation One in the mail, and so far I am over the moon with this device. Um, at its core, it's just a Mister, right? But it's pretty. It's got a lot more options for output right out of the gate. It's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in. Um, it's fantastic, and it seems to be working just fine right out of the box. I literally took it out of the box, plugged it in, and threw a couple ROM files at it, and here we are. So, but there was a couple things I wanted to try. One of them was getting the Sonic Mania working on it. Why? I don't know. I just wanted to tinker and try it. Thought it was neat. The Mister is and the SuperStation One is now my retro go-to, especially in the upstairs where I don't have all my video games lined up and stuff. It's just really convenient. So I was like, let's see if I can get the Sonic Mania on there. Well, come to find out, the Mr. Companion might make my life a little easier. So, Mr. Companion, we looked at, like I said, like 6 months ago, something like that, quite a few months ago, and it's already on version 4.0. That's crazy. And it is way different than the first time I looked at it. It offers so much more, and it's prettier. I know it's silly, but it is prettier. But yeah, it has quite a bit. You can actually make a brand new SD card for your SuperStation One, that's nice. It actually does call that out. Or the Mr. Fusion releases. It does allow you to connect to it over SSH and stuff. You can view some of the health of it as your Mr. settings, scripts, Zap scripts, save managers, so on and so forth. And we'll go over that. And I'll put this link in the description for the GitHub. But you just come in here, find this download button, download it, extract it, and then it's going to open up an exe file. Just double click that exe file, and you're going to get this. This looks way different, okay, than the first time I did this. I made a profile called SuperStation One. I know my SuperStation One's IP address. I know the username is root, and the password is 1. By default on all these Mister devices, the username is root. Default password is 1. Don't worry about changing it. You can if you'd like, but why? And then once you come in here, you're just going to hit connect. Okay? And now, boom, I'm connected. The first thing I did is just come in here and I started poking around like, whoa, okay, this is great. I know exactly how much of my SD card is available. I know exactly how much of my USB storage is available. That is fantastic. One thing I did like about the Mr. Companion is SMB. By default, this is turned off. All I have to do is hit enable it. And then it enables SMB. And then you can open in File Explorer your Mister. This is great because you can move files to and from it very easily just through a GUI. You don't need a third party like WinSCP or anything. So if you want to move files from your SD card, like ROMs, because by default, that's all you have, okay, is your SD card. You can throw them in here and throw your, if you have saves you want to put in there. You also have games. Here's some of the games. Here's all the stuff that was in here. I don't actually know what is actually, if there's any games, and it looks like they might all be empty. And that's fine. I get why they would do that. They don't want to provide you with a bunch of pirated games. Okay? But what I do is I use a 1 terabyte USB hard drive. And that's where I put, especially my big files. Really? My big files are the ones that I keep over here. Because these Saturn games are kind of large in size. It would fill up especially a 64 gig SD card very quickly. Okay, so SMB is fantastic for that. It makes it just a little easier for people. Okay, the next tab over is Mr. Settings. This is great. I know for me, the first time I got my Mister and I started messing around with the INI file, it was daunting a little bit because I was afraid to break anything. So I did back it up, of course. And you could do that right here. Back up. That's very cool. But you can change all this. I'm going to leave it all alone because I don't think I need to change anything. There is other INI files that you can mess with. Looks like we got composite, component, S video, INI files. I have to do a little more research on those, but right now I'm going to leave them alone because I think they are unique to the SuperStation One. Okay. The next tab over is scripts, and this is another thing. I was going to come in here and I was going to install the update all script. I was like, yeah, let's get the update all script going. And then I started thinking about it. Wait, the SuperStation One is kind of a unique fork, if you will, of the Misters, and it might have some special things. And sure enough, if I use the update all, it very well might break some of my other options for output, particularly, or even like on support, because I have component, S video, a composite, and GunCon ports on my SuperStation One. So if you run the update all, it very well might break some of that stuff. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna treat my SuperStation One a little differently than my main Mister because it is unique. Um, Zapparoo is installed by default, and then the rest of these are not installed, but you can install them very easily. Say if you do want to do auto time, hit install, and it will install it for you. You don't have to like drag anything over or nothing. It's fantastic. Okay. Then we got Zap scripts. I'm going to leave these alone. And then we got Save Manager. This is nice. It allows you to sync and backup saves from your Mister. I think that's pretty cool. Wallpapers. We got by default you can set static wallpapers, but you also have wallpaper sources. I think this is Pixel Cherry Ninja Challenge Wallpapers Premium, and then you got some others. That's pretty cool. And then you got extras. This is the reason I wanted the Mr. Companion this time around, is because I wanted to get Sonic Mania working. Kind of seems silly because I already have it on the Switch. I played it on the Xbox. I mean, you can play Sonic Mania on a myriad of devices anymore. I think it's on the Dreamcast. It's on your phone. It's not a new game, but I wanted to try to get it working on Mister. So you hit install, and it installs it. You will need to source the data.rsdk file for it. I am not going to show you how to get that. I'm not going to provide it to you, but if you do a little digging, it is out there and pretty easy to find. But once you do, you can just upload it right from here, and it puts it exactly where it needs. That's pretty cool. So really, the Mr. Companion has matured so much, and I'm really excited about this because it does make it a little more accessible for people that maybe aren't as technical or don't have the know-how to do things without it. So that's great. So that being said, I wanted to jump in. Let's check out Sonic Mania running on the Mister, since that was the whole purpose of getting the companion working. All right. So when you launch your SuperStation One, this is what you're gonna get. It does look just like the Mister. It's just got a different background. This is all stuff that was on here when I came. Homebrew Arcade. This is the way it came. I did not mess with anything else. But Sonic Mania is sitting under Other now, right here. There you go. Sonic Mania on your Mister. It's just running on the ARM processor, but it's fine. I have already played this. It does run like a top, so I'm pretty excited about it. I was just messing around. I do believe my controller either needs to be charged because it just is disconnecting, or it's just I'm just way too far away from my Mister SuperStation One. But we'll see. I did that, of course. But no, overall, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Now I have yet another way to play it. Um, did I need to do this? No. Do I already have it on other systems? Sure. But it was kind of one of those curiosity things. Wanted to try it out. All right. There you go. We got Sonic Mania running on our Mister very easily using the Mister Companion. So give it a try. Support the developer and keep on playing, guys. Take care.